We lived next door to each other as kids.
And now, the same city.
We were never that close during any of it, but we knew each other.
We see each other here and there.
We were aware of one another,
We kept our space, not consciously. We just ran in different spaces.
but we were always aware.
Another body, another name, another image has circulated. The latest body, name, the newest image to haunt.
It's shameful.
I posted, "This is no time for apathy."
I liked it.
The fight for equality continues on.
Liked it.
And then I typed a hashtag and 3 words I thought anyone could get behind.
I didn't quite like that. So I responded with a hashtag and 3 words. Nothing offensive, words I thought anyone could get behind.
I didn't quite like that. So I deleted it.
She deleted my response. Totally hypocritical.
My wall, my space. And yeah, I edited it. It's the one space where I can create the world that I'd like to inhabit.
I reply to her posts a lot. We share the same algorithm politically.
My response was to remove it.
Erasure is never okay. So I responded, this is not a race issue, not really. This is about abuse of power.
I responded, "Are you crazy?"
I responded, we're talking about equality, the human experience. No time for stark divisions along racial lines. This is a time for us to recognize our shared humanity.
I deleted it.
I messaged her.
He messaged me.
Kim and I haven't seen each other in a while or spoken. The last time was at a concert. She was a little mad at me because the MC performed a song with the N word in the chorus and she saw me sing along. And she never said anything, but after the show, she was cold to me.
He messaged me.
Hey, Kim, I know it's been a while.
He he felt like we needed to talk. Needed to clear the air.
Can we sit down for coffee sometime?
I want to ask you what you meant, but I'm finding it hard to ask you. What I would rather do is just tell you what I think and what I thought you meant.
I can explain what I meant.
I'm sure you can. But can you explain what I read and what I took it to mean?
I just meant that we are all comprised of matter. Matter being that essential molecular element of which we were all built. Ordinary matter like trees and water, solids and liquids.
But sounds, the voice, for example, was not always considered matter. Matter used to only encompass a select set of solid objects.
But all along, it was all matter.
What is matter split? Does it explode and decimate millions of bodies of color? And whose hands split that matter? What we are talking about here are Black lives being split, shaken until they become bombs.
Their lives, those lives, it's all ridiculous. We're here and we can decide the way this is going to go. This doesn't have to shouldn't be, and us, we don't have to ascribe. It was that summer, after senior year of high school. We were both short on credits. All of our friends took off, and we had to stick around. We both ended up working at the library that summer. We kind of got close that summer. We talked about books, smoked joints on lunch break. That was the summer I got into R&B, and I turned her on to some indie rock. And I thought, man, what a cool chick. And there was that one night after our shift, we got those tall cans and decided to break into the school. We thought we heard someone, so we ducked into the only room that we could find, the chemistry room. It was dark in there and we were super quiet. We drank more and started to get close. We got close to, but we didn't. She stopped suddenly and said she had to go home. We're on the same side, Kim.
Are we?
Yes, we want the same thing.
After another man is lying in the street, your immediate impulse is to correct me, talk semantics with me, say, well, actually, Kim, I don't know what side that is. In particle physics, antimatter is material composed of antiparticles, which have the same mass as ordinary matter, but have an opposite charge.
I don't think anyone is less or more or special.
Do you think us saying Black Lives Matter makes us think we're special? I mean, look at us. We're getting shot.
No, but it's sort of making your suffering worse than others.
What did you just say?
Wait, that's not what I mean. It's saying your suffering is. I mean, what about in Africa? All the Boko Haram stuff? Or women all over the world being assaulted?
But that's not what we're talking
Or
about.
gays and lesbians? Hispanics being deported, shot at border crossings? Or hell, even poor white folks who live in Black communities who are bullied for the crimes of others?
Cole.
And I'm all for civil rights, but rioting, looting, and property damage, it doesn't work.
No.
I mean, it's not strategic. All lives, Kim. That's all I'm saying. Let's pull the act from the context of race. We need to break this down to the root, human wickedness.
And sometimes humans kill humans because of their race.
Wouldn't it be great if... I just wish we could move on. Be ourselves. Be individuals. Our own perfect stars. Just be our own perfect stars. when we were kids, when we'd have a block party, all of the kids in the neighborhood would be out getting our faces painted like Spider-Man, bike races. We were just kids in the neighborhood. When did we start?
I was the only black kid at that block party.
I didn't see it like that.
You didn't see I was black,
I didn't treat you different.
but not everyone was like you.
She wasn't always like this.
I was silent. I used to be silent.
She used to be easygoing, a real cool chick.
I used to hold my breath, breathe shallow, up here in my chest.
We grew up the same way.
But the way we are perceived is different.
But that doesn't mean those perceptions are true.
The water and the trees are in the same forest, but not the same. Different mass, different volume, different uses. Are you willing to decrease your mass? Just say it. Black lives matter.
Do white lives not matter?
We're not talking about what doesn't matter.
But it's exclusionary.
It's contextual. In this climate, it relates to the splitting of black atoms with no consequence.
I feel sick. I just want to leave. I want to hug Kim and tell her I'm sorry. But also, if I'm being honest, I want to tell her to get over it. Life is hard, and there's no measuring stick for suffering. She can change this just by being herself, not this angry black woman.
I really want to let Cole off the hook. Drop this whole thing. Tell him it's all good. But I have swallowed myself so many times to make white folks feel less uncomfortable.
Just want to fix it.
Cole wants to know how we fix it. Wants me to tell him. But I woke up this way. I don't know how to dig into the heart. We wire the circuitry. Who does? All I'm trying to do is keep it together.
I want to tell her I'm sorry.
I don't need apologies. I just want it to stop.
To say it is to admit that my life in someone's eyes, people living, people dead, has mattered more than other folks. And I don't think it has. But someone at some point has believed that. And maybe my life has been better because of it.
That night, in the chemistry room, when we got close, Cole and I, all those years ago, I was into it. I liked him. Until he put his hands in my hair. And all I could think about was all those kids at school always asking to touch it. Can I touch it? And how they react when they did. And he had his hands all in my hair. And all I could think about was how he thought it felt. Weird? Funny? Good? And then I thought if he had ever been with any black girls before. And it was too much. So I told him I had to go. So I did. I left. And that was the closest we ever got.
A week or two later, I sent Kim a message. I thanked her for the conversation and I told her we should keep talking. That I wanted to keep talking, not just about this, but our lives in general. Nothing. That was that, I thought. And then one morning, I went on my timeline. I saw her picture and her name being shared by everyone. They called it a failure to comply, a failure to be silent. So she was made silent forever. She lives on now as a hashtag, but I can still hear her voice hanging in the particles. Does a spirit have mass? It must. I can still feel the weight.